Okay, so the Tight V-Seal, very popular product. A lot of people have a lot of questions still, even though we've had a video showing how to install these door seals. They're not as straightforward as the stuff that you buy from your local hardware store. We're gonna run through the installation method and just go through the basic concept on how this particular door seal works. These sorts of door seals are way more forgiving for movement in the door. Old doors where there might be completely just not plumb at all, different size gaps on all sides. The Tight V-Seal will allow a gap to be a certain size on the bottom and another smaller size at the top. One thing that you'll find with a lot of these door seals that you buy from your local hardware store, they do break down. They do eventually just start cracking and falling off and not giving you a very good seal. We've got two options, two locations where we can put the door seal. The install can be done either on the door jamb or the door stop. But when you install it on the door stop, you need to be wary of the quirk of the door. There needs to be a sufficient gap between the door and the door stop when the door is closed. Let's have a look at that. If there isn't a sufficient gap here to allow, like just up the top here, see the gap is not really large enough potentially, and in this corner. So this particular door has got a decent and more, quite consistent gap around the whole perimeter. So we're not going to install it on the stop, we're just going to install it on the jamb, which is very common. So this is the door jamb, and this is the door stop. All right, so this is the install of the jamb, and this is an install of the stop. So the door is gonna just close in on that, and it'll easily just tuck it in and create a seal. And the same goes with the door seal installed this way. When the door closes in, it closes in on the V. And then when you go to the other side, the closing side, the door will close in onto this V, which is pointing to the outside. It points to where the door is closing in on it. And then if you're installing it on the door stop, again, this is going to be closed in like this. It'll close in on that and press it down. Okay, so now we're on a back door of a factory, steel frame, steel door. Everything's concrete here, so everything's pretty square. In a lot of residential properties, that's not going to be the case. Okay, so when the V-Seal is installed, it's installed flat, and then you fold it over after it's been applied. So I'm removing the adhesive. I'm going to apply it onto the surface. This is clear, so that you can see what's going on. And then you just fold it over. So the V always points to where the door is closing in on it. That way, it'll be able to always close in on the seal, and it won't, if it's installed the other way, it could potentially get caught onto this flap and it might not close properly. So you want to make sure that the point is pointing to where the door is closing in on it. Let's do an install. Tight V-seal is perfect for windows. So this is an awning window, very common in Australia. They fold down, they're fantastic because when it rains outside, there's no real chance of water coming in. So you apply the seal around the perimeter. You have to cut it and stop it around the actual mechanical system, but it can be potentially installed on the mechanical system itself. Let's go through and show you what that looks like when you apply the seal on an awning window. Okay, so the tight V-seal, great on doors, also as great on windows, awning windows, casement windows. Security doors, we also find that they can rattle a lot. The tight V-seal can also stop and hamper the rattling of these aluminium type of doors. There's also no reason why you can't use tight V-seal to double up on your door seal on your front door for acoustic performance, but also just for a tighter front door. So for the security door and stopping it from rattling so much, we're going to install it on the stop, not the door jamb. This will give it a little bit of a bounce and allow it to sort of elastically sort of stop it from rattling. So what's good about using the tight V-seal for security doors, you only need to really do one side because it doesn't need to be airtight. It's just there to give you a little bit of a buffer to sort of stop that rattling from occurring. So let's just see how that feels now. So this is an example of using two door seals. We've already got a seal on the stop. We're going to be applying a secondary seal. These are acoustically tested as well. We're going to be installing a second seal on the actual jamb. So again, the front doors usually open to the inside. So the V, or the point of the V, will be pointing to the inside so that the door can close in. The tight V-seal is still one of our most popular products on the Tighthouse website. It's now been complemented with the tight B-seal, which goes at the bottom of the door. Both these products are excellent for air tightness and have been tested for soundproofing your front and back doors. Both of these products are available on tighthouse.com.au.